India's men's cricket team has won a nail-biting final game against South Africa in the 2020 World Cup match, ending a 13-year drought for the Indian team in the global cricket arena. Both India and South Africa remained undefeated going into Saturday's match. This was India's second T20 World Cup win. The team had won the inaugural T20 World Cup in 2007. It was also India's first World Cup win in 13 years in any type of cricket after a series of heartbreaking close final matches over the last 12 months. Well, joining us at this point is Noel David, former Indian cricketer. Paul Dennett, former Kenya cricketer, also joins us live. Sunil Yashkalra, founder Indian Sports Fan, is live with us. Sunil, well, it certainly was a historic final. And for Indians all over, it's been a sleepless night. There have been celebrations across the country, in fact, across the world, as our men in blue made us very, very proud, winning this World Cup final against South Africa.
Well, absolutely, with Uday. All I can tell you is from the heart of Dubai, where ICC is located. I was with the Indian diaspora. And let me tell you, I haven't slept since then. I mean, the party is there. The diaspora is celebrating. But let me tell you, Uday, this is one of the greatest moments, the golden chapters of Indian history, because you got to realize that this team has went through a lot. The coach was criticized for his non-understanding of the T20 game. The openers, the senior-most members, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, they were criticized for their slow scoring, their weight issues. Then you come on to your wicketkeeper, who was criticized. Pandya was criticized. Surya Kumar was criticized. And what a day to make a comeback. Barring Bumrah, the team went through a lot of mental turmoil. They were trolled, they were criticized. And guess what? Within 3 months, they're back, and they're back with a boom. Uday. Kya? Again, the best part of the tournament was that Indians played in a big match. They kept their nerves. It was only for the South Africa to lose. In fact, Paul Dennett, the Australian podcaster, has a similar view. Paul, we would invite you to join in with your comments, your thoughts on this. Paul.
Hey, Sunil. G'day, everyone. Congratulations to everyone in India. It's a wonderful achievement. There's a lot of pressure, as Sunil said. 140 crore people, 13 years since the last World Cup. Amazingly, after all the IPL has done, India's never won a T20 World Cup since the IPL has been in existence. And with about 15 minutes to go in the match last night, they had no hope. South Africa had the game almost certainly won. And people were thinking, well, the only way South Africa is going to lose from here is to add another chapter of devastating World Cup exits for South Africa. And would you believe it? That is exactly what happened. You've got to give credit to India as well, because at that key moment, Rohit Sharma had the courage to bring back Bumrah, which was the right decision. Bumrah bowled a really good over. South Africa played it quite well, though. But then there was that moment of controversy. Well, probably in South Africa, I'll imagine it's a moment of controversy where Rishabh Pant went down with that injury. I'm not suggesting that he did anything wrong, but it certainly was a halt to the momentum of the game. And then with Klaasen out, the squeeze was on. Bumrah knocking over Janssen, absolutely magnificent. And then right in the final over, they still had the game a chance, South Africa, needing 16. And that catch where it was skied and Sky himself ran, caught it off Miller, tiptoed around the boundary and got it back in. And that's going to cause controversy as well, but it shouldn't. There's a lot of people saying they saw the cushion move. I've heard an Australian podcaster who was sitting right behind, and he said he could see green grass behind the foot before the cushion. It was a legitimate catch. It was probably the great moment of the World Cup. It's what confirmed that India was going to win. And you've got to just feel sorry for South Africa. But as I said, congratulations to everyone in India.
Paul, one interesting thing that emerged out of the entire thing was the last 4 overs. I think it was the best bowling in the last 4 overs. Bumrah, Hardik, Arshdeep. Just take us through the last 4 overs, because as you mentioned, it was only their World Cup to lose, South Africa.
Yes, And you look at what happened just before that, at one point South Africa needed 76 off about 8 overs and it was looking 50-50. And then Klaasen scored the fastest 50 in the history of World Cup T20 finals. And the feeling was just, he is going to win this. He had that sort of cloak of invincibility on him. He was Superman. There was no way that he wasn't going to win. And it wasn't even going to be close. It wasn't even going to go into the last over or the second last over. It was just going to be that easy. And then all of a sudden, Hardik Pandya bowled the wide tempter, induces the edge. And then I suppose the fact that Jansen is batting as high as he is a concern for South Africa. That had that been India, then you would have had players with a much greater pedigree coming out. Bumrah, absolutely unbelievable. Kohli was given the man of the match. I'm not going to argue with that, but it certainly wouldn't have been inappropriate for Bumrah to get the man of the match as well. To concede hardly any runs off those overs and to knock over Jansen. And then Arshdeep Singh bowled particularly well as well. And it went from absolute certain South African victory to a loss in the twinkling of an eye.
Well, I must ask my senior colleague, Uday Pratap Singh, who's in the studio, if he can hear me. Uday, we were there to watch the 2007 World Cup, and this is almost a similar kind of a thing. Rohit Sharma, remember, was the last man standing from that 2007 World Cup Indian team, and he's now leading the charge to take the trophy. He's taken the trophy. Uday, what is your perception in the last 15 odd years when India had won the trophy last in the T20, 2007 and now 2024? Uday, if you can hear me. All right. I can't get to Uday, but I've got my colleague from Connaught Place in Delhi. If he can hear me. Hi, Brian. If you can take us through what's happening in Connaught Place right early in the morning in Delhi.
Well, Uday, it's a jam-packed day. Definitely India has won the World Cup, a very proud moment for all of us Indians. 13 years it took us to take the, ICC World Cup. If you show you can see these kids, they're playing a good amount of cricket. There's a lot of enthusiasm among people. You see, it's early morning and you see all these people are playing their match because the enthusiasm is all among the people because of the match that is going on. We're also joined by these very, enthusiastic players who will give their perspective on the very match. आपका नाम बताइए? मेरा नाम ओम है. ओम जी, आपने मैच देखा, कैसा था? कौन सा किसका परफॉर्मेंस सबसे अच्छा लगा? इंडिविजुअल स्पिरिट मैन ऑफ द मैच विराट कोहली था, बट मेरे को इंपैक्टफुल इनिंग अक्षर पटेल की लगी, जो उसने ऐसे मूवमेंट में आके टीम को संभाला. और विराट कोहली तो हमेशा अच्छा खेलता है. और विराट कोहली और रोहित शर्मा ने रिटायरमेंट भी अनाउंस कर दिया, तो वो खबर सुन के कैसा लगा? थोड़ी आधी हो गई. जब विराट कोहली अपना इंटरव्यू दे रहा था, मैंने समझ पाया जब उसने बोला कि लास्ट T20 आई है उसका, तो फिर आधी हो गई थी. कुछ ही क्या कहते हैं वो. We also be talking to sir, आपने मैच देखा? मैंने 10 ओवर शॉट तक देखे और 89 के आसपास स्कोर था, तो मुझे लगा शायद इंडिया थोड़ी सी डिफिकल्टी में. एक सिचुएशन था जब लगा था कि इंडिया शायद ना जीत पाए, पर उस समय बॉलिंग ने हार्दिक पांड्या ने या बुमराह ने जब से बॉल किया, तो कैसा वो मैच कैसा लगा जब आपको पता चला कि 13 साल बाद इंडिया ने वर्ल्ड कप उठा लिया? बहुत खुशी हुई, लेकिन एक दुख भी था आखिरी में कि विराट कोहली ने जो आखिर में रिटायरमेंट का बता दिया कि रिटायर हो गए हूँ T20 के लिए. रोहित शर्मा ने भी रिटायरमेंट अनाउंस कर दिया, पर रोहित शर्मा के नाम में एक ट्रॉफी आ गई, ICC ट्रॉफी आ गई, बहुत ज्यादा जरूरत थी शायद, तो उसको कैसे देखते हैं? जब सेमीफाइनल में फाइनल में गए थे, रोहित शर्मा बहुत इमोशनल हुए थे. विराट कोहली ने उसका देखा भी था कि सपोर्ट भी कर रहे थे कि हम अब हाथ में आ गए तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं, आगे फोकस करते हैं, जीतेंगे, बताया था. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. So yes, again, everyone is all enthusiastic about the fact that there is a game going on. We'll also be talking to more such people. Sir, आपसे भी जानने की कोशिश करेंगे, आपने मैच देखा, कैसा लगा, कैसा अनुभव? मैच तो काफी अच्छा था. जो हार्दिक पांड्या ने विकेट ली, क्लासिंग की, वो बहुत बेस्ट था. वो हमारे टर्निंग पॉइंट था. और सूर्य कुमार यादव का जो कैच थी, परफेक्ट कैच थी बिल्कुल. हमें तो लग रहा था थक्का हो गया, लेकिन एंड टाइम पे उसकी कैच बहुत अच्छी थी. कैच बहुत अच्छा लगा सर. We also attempting to talk to more people. Sir, आपसे भी जानने की कोशिश करेंगे. So yes, today you can see the kids also. You can see
Right.
the visuals also of the people who are, actually
Yes.
enjoying this very match and understanding the situation of it. Yes, Uday.
Well, absolutely. Thank you, Brian. We'll come back to you in a while. I'm also joined by former Indian cricketer Noel David, looking dapper in red. Noel, mixed emotions. You were choked with emotions. Good news that India won the trophy. Sad news, India had to let go of Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. I mean, they're in retirement.
Absolutely, it's been an icing on the cake with this victory. 17 years is a long wait after 2007, and then winning in Barbados. What else can you ask? And then a great moment for this trio. Winning the World T20. What else? See, there's no words coming out from my mouth itself because I'm so emotional from last night. I've been so excited watching the game, and seeing this trial going away with the smile on the face. Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma announcing their retirement from T20. Rahul, said goodbye to his stint with the Indian team. All this has been an emotional effect from last night. But hats off, yeah, hats off. Really, the way they played, the intent was really good when they saw that the chips were down. South Africa almost pulling it off, but that last 5 overs where Bumrah came back, Hardik and Surya Kumar Yadav's catch was a turning point. But the main effect was, I have said it yesterday, it will be King Kohli day, and it was King Kohli, the man who has demonstrated his batting. The intent was where we wanted that, the trophy. So he batted like a champion. Akshar coming in, chipping with his 47. I think that knock was the valuable knock of Akshar. I think he has proven that he's becoming a great spinning bowling all-rounder. And I think from here, India will not look back because I think this is the beginning again for a new India.
Okay, it's the beginning of a new India, a new era, a new, a new innings for, of course, our team. But it's also the end of two legendary cricketers' innings, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. We'll talk a bit more about that with our panel and come back to, of course, Sunil for more analysis. But let's quickly bring in our reporter as well. Let's get in some voices now from Jaipur, Rajasthan. Vishnu Sharma is joining us live. Vishnu, it was a historic win for Team India. Winning a final after so long. What are the people of Jaipur saying this morning? How excited were they to see India win last night?
देखिए, पूरा देश जश्न के माहौल में डूबा हुआ है। खिलाड़ी हो, हर वर्ग के जो लोग हैं वो जश्न में डूबे हुए हैं। फिलहाल मैं SMS स्टेडियम में मौजूद हूँ। यहाँ जो बच्चे हैं वो लगातार प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं और प्रैक्टिस के साथ साथ जो देर रात का जो जश्न है उसको भी सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं। कैसा लग रहा है? टीम इंडिया जीत गई है।
बहुत बढ़िया लग रहा है। रोहित शर्मा कैप्टनसी 2000 वर्ल्ड कप आया तो रोहित शर्मा में पूरा देश बहुत दुख हुआ था। 2024 में इंडिया ने T20 वर्ल्ड कप जीता। बहुत डिजर्व करता है टीम इंडिया। जैसे उन्होंने बैटिंग की, शुरू से एक मैच भी नहीं हारा। बहुत बढ़िया। जैसे लग रहा था कि मैच बाहर से निकल जाएगा, लेकिन हार्दिक पांड्या, जसप्रीत बुमराह, अर्शदीप सिंह ने जैसी बॉलिंग डाली बहुत शानदार, और सूर्य कुमार का कैच वहीं से टर्निंग पॉइंट था। वहीं से मैच भारत की पक्ष में आ गया।
कितनी खुशी हो रही है?
खुशी का तो बताओ, आप ठिकाना ही नहीं है।
खुशी का ठिकाना नहीं है। किसकी तरह बनना चाहते हो आप आगे जाके क्रिकेट खेलोगे?
मैं विराट कोहली की तरह।
विराट कोहली की तरह बनना चाहते हो, लेकिन अब विराट कोहली क्रिकेट नहीं खेलेंगे। इंटरनेशनल T20 में उन्होंने संन्यास का ऐलान किया है। कितना दुख है इस बात का? रोहित और विराट अब नहीं दिखेंगे।
बहुत दुख है,
बहुत दुख है इस बात का। लेकिन जो मैच रात को जीता, वर्ल्ड कप, वर्ल्ड चैंपियन टीम इंडिया बनी है, उसका कितना जश्न?
बहुत जश्न हुआ।
बहुत जश्न हो रहा है। कितनी खुशी हो रही है? आपको दिख नहीं रही है?
खुशी हो रही है,
बहुत खुशी हो रही है। रात को कैसे जश्न मनाया?
हम तो सो गए थे, मैंने नहीं देखा।
सो गए थे। चलो, और कुछ बच्चे हैं उनसे भी बात करते हैं। देर रात कैसे जश्न का माहौल था? किस तरह से जश्न मनाया आपने?
देर रात तक हम मैच देख रहे थे और जब मैच जीता तो चारों तरफ फटाके छोड़ रहे थे हमारे जयपुर में। लोग जश्न मना रहे थे, रोड पे घूम जश्न मना रहे थे अच्छी तरीके से।
आप अब क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं, प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं, आपकी टीम इंडिया वर्ल्ड चैंपियन बनी है, आपका कितना मनोबल बढ़ा है इससे? आप भी आगे जाके देश के लिए खेलेंगे, अपने स्टेट के लिए खेलेंगे?
हमारा मनोबल बढ़ा है कि उससे मैच को ये भी मिलता है कि अब 30 बॉलों पे 30 रन चाहिए, तो ये नहीं, ये हार नहीं माननी चाहिए कभी भी। अब 30 बॉल पे 30 रन चाहिए, उन्होंने हार नहीं मानी, उन्होंने बैक टू बैक बढ़िया ओवर डाले और मैच जीता। ये रोहित शर्मा कैप्टनसी में बढ़िया देखने को मिला। हमारे भी उत्साह बढ़ता है कि कभी भी हार नहीं माननी चाहिए और आगे बढ़ते रहना चाहिए।
कभी भी हार नहीं माननी चाहिए। टीम इंडिया ने भी आखिरी तक हार नहीं मानी। अभी जो वर्ल्ड कप हारे थे और फिर अब जीत के आए।
सर देखो कि मैच हार के जीते हैं, एक तरह से माना कि 30 पर 30 जब स्कोर आ गया था तब एक तरह से लग रहा था कि अब हमारे हाथ से मैच निकल चुका है। फिर जो बाद में जो एक महंगा ओवर घटा अक्सर का, तो फिर ऐसा लगा कि एक बार तो मैच अपन हार ही जाएंगे। फिर बाद में जो सूर्य कुमार का कैच हो गया, बाद में जो बुमराह का अच्छा ओवर आ गया, उसके बाद अपना मैच अपने पक्ष में आ गया। सर
किसको क्रेडिट देना चाहेंगे, बॉलर्स को, बैट्समैन्स को? किसकी प्रदर्शन सबसे ज़्यादा अच्छा लगा आपको?
सर बॉलर का सबसे अच्छा लगा मेरे को तो।
बॉलरों की वजह से मैच जीते हैं?
हाँ सर।
आप क्या बॉलिंग करते हैं, बैटिंग करते हैं?
मैं बॉलिंग करता हूँ और ऑलराउंडर में।
किसकी तरह बॉल डालना चाहते हो, कौन है आपका आइडिया?
कुलदीप यादव।
कुलदीप यादव की तरह बनना चाहते हैं। बच्चे लगातार प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं अपने मैच को लेके और जश्न भी मना रहे हैं। कितनी खुशी है कि टीम इंडिया वर्ल्ड कप जीत के लाई है वापस से?
बहुत खुशी है मेरे को।
किसका प्रदर्शन सबसे अच्छा लगा आपको देर रात?
मेरे को बुमराह का भी अच्छा लगा, सूर्य की कैचिंग भी अच्छी लगी और विराट कोहली ने बहुत अच्छा खेला। पिछले मैचों में बहुत कम रन बना रहे थे।
आप हमारे संग विष्णु बने रहिए, आप हमारे संग। बहुत बढ़िया बात ये लग रही है आपके इस रिपोर्ट से कि युवा जो हैं वो कहीं ना कहीं प्रोत्साहन हो रहे हैं खेल की तरफ, एंड ऑफ कोर्स दे गेटिंग इंस्पायर्ड बाय द फीट्स ऑफ टीम इंडिया yesterday. They also want to make the country proud. They're also itching to go and don the colors one day, which is a great sign, of course, for the future of Indian cricket. Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi has also congratulated our team. Let's quickly listen into what he had to say.
टीम इंडिया को इस भव्य विजय के लिए सभी देशवासियों की तरफ से बहुत बहुत बधाई। आज 140 करोड़ देशवासी आपके इस शानदार प्रदर्शन के लिए गर्व अनुभव कर रहे हैं। खेल के मैदान में आपने वर्ल्ड कप जीता, लेकिन हिंदुस्तान के हर गांव, गली, मोहल्ले में आपने कोटि कोटि देशवासियों का दिल जीत लिया। और ये टूर्नामेंट एक विशेष कारण से भी याद रखी जाएगी। इतने सारे देश, इतनी सारी टीमें और एक भी मैच हारना नहीं, ये छोटी उपलब्धि नहीं है। आपने क्रिकेट जगत के हर महारथी, उनके हर बॉल को खेला और आपने शानदार विजय प्राप्त करते रहे। एक के बाद एक विजय की इस परंपरा ने आपके हौसले को तो बुलंद कर दिया, लेकिन इस पूरी टूर्नामेंट को भी रसप्रद बना दिया, रोचक बना दिया। आपने शानदार विजय प्राप्त की है। मेरी तरफ से मैं आपको बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं, बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूं।
So that, of course, was PM Modi speaking there on Team India's performance. Let me quickly bring in Paul Dennett into the discussion. Paul, clearly, of course, it's the end of an era for Rohit Kohli, for Roko, as the two, of course, were called, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. But what memorable innings and what performances they've given us while exiting, of course, this tournament has been extraordinary. And Rohit Sharma's prowess, of course, in the semi-final, and Virat Kohli's prowess in the final truly were both match-winning performances and certainly did help us in our race to win the trophy. So do you believe for any cricketer, this is the best way to call it a day?
Yeah, absolutely. What a way to go out. And the relief from the pressure must be just so exquisite. I can't imagine what it's like having 140 crore people willing you to do well, but also naturally going to be very critical if you don't do well. And after all those years without an ICC trophy, as you say, for Rohit Sharma to play so crucially in the last two games and then in the final game itself for Virat Kohli to be player of the match, it's a wonderful time for them to retire. One of the nice things about the modern game as well, with so many different formats, is that we can start to appreciate these players, almost their legacy while they're still playing. I look back at clips of Tendulkar and think, we didn't know how good we had it when he was playing, and we've forgotten what a wonderful feeling it was to see such a champion. You kind of get the best of both worlds now. We'll still be able to watch Kohli and play the IPL, play in international 50-over games and test matches, but we're starting to realise that the era is coming to an end, and it's now time to really appreciate it and savour it, for they are two of the best players the world has ever seen.
Absolutely. Sunil, as far as, of course, the South Africans are concerned, they are unfortunately called chokers for a reason. This time around, they did, of course, make the final, but just at the cusp of victory, they unfortunately choked again.
Absolutely. It was, as Paul and me were discussing a little earlier in the show, they were in the game till the last 3 overs, last 18 deliveries of the match. They were certainly in there. The catch of Surya Kumar Yadav, completely turned the things. And this is what they're known for. And they lived up to the reputation of being called the chokers. They've done phenomenally well in the run-up to the final. They do everything right. I think there's a mental reset that the team has to do. They've got to get into the winning ways. They have lost it completely. I think more than India winning, it is South Africa losing the plot and losing the trophy yesterday.
Absolutely, it certainly is. Noel, for you, while of course we have seen how yesterday Bumrah was awarded Player of the Tournament and Virat Kohli, of course, was awarded Player of the Match. But for you, who really has been hard of hearts the Player of the Tournament and the player, the X factor, the match turner for India yesterday?
I think for me, the ex-player was Akshar Patel, because why I say so, because I know as a cricketer, if that partnership wouldn't have been there between Virat and Akshar playing that crucial knock of his 45 to 47 runs, I think we would have not got that 177. But that knock has put us on a table to victory. And I find that Virat was keen and stubborn, and you could know the way he started to bat, the way his face and expression, so that he wanted to play for the country. He knew this was going to be his last game. He knew if he doesn't do well, he will let down his side. So everything was running in his mind. The pressure was there, and how badly he wanted the cup.
Yes, Paul.
So I think everything. For me, the man.
Yes, Paul wanted to add something. Yes, Paul, go ahead.
I was just actually clearing my throat, but I think one of the interesting points, just to pick up on what Noel was saying there, that when Akshar Patel came out and joined Virat Kohli, I thought South Africa made a mistake at that point, actually, in not going for the jugular. That the reaction of Klaasen when Surya Kumar Yadav was caught on the boundary of Rabada showed how much they knew that wicket mattered. One more wicket at that point could have blown the game wide open, and instead, Markram brought himself on and bowled 6 balls that were okay. India were always going to just aim to hit 6 singles off those 6 balls, and they did it with delight. Akshar and Virat were more than happy to consolidate, because they knew it wasn't going to be a pitch where they needed to get 220. It was actually a very good pitch. I thought it was a very sporting pitch, worthy of a final. But they knew that they could have that period of consolidation and then go ahead and dominate. And I think that South Africa missed a trick in giving them that opportunity. They should have gone for the throat.
Yes, but we got that opportunity and we made the most of it, didn't we? A stupendous performance for Team India, and the way the team finally won, of course, has made the entire nation extremely proud, and of course our Indian diaspora world over celebrate through the night.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.